Welcome back to RS Academy. This is Ravi Shankar sir. We are discussing chemical properties of acids. I have done the videos related to chemical properties of acids with metals. Please go through that, and acids with metal carbonates and metal bicarbonates. Please go through these videos. Right. In this session, we are going to discuss acids with bases and acid with metal oxides. Let us start this session with acid with bases. Make a note of it. Acids with acid with bases. Right? To understand the reaction between acid with bases, we have to know 4 points. Point number 1. Statement. Generally, acids react with base gives salt plus water. Point number 2. Acids and their examples. Let me write here point number 2. Acids and their examples. Hydrochloric acid, H plus and Cl minus. Sulfuric acid, 2H plus and SO4 2 minus. Nitric acid HNO3, H plus and NO3 minus ion. So next one, phosphoric acid H3PO4. It's split up into 3H plus ions and 1 phosphate ion. Next one, carbonic acid H2CO3. It's split up into 2H plus ions and 1 carbonate ion. Formic acid HCOOH. It ready to produce HCOO minus and H plus ion. Acetic acid CH3COOH gives CH3COO minus and H plus. Right? So, next point number 3. Bases and their examples. So bases. Sodium hydroxide, it gives Na plus and OH minus ion. Potassium hydroxide gives K plus and OH minus ion. Next one, magnesium hydroxide gives Mg2 plus and 2OH minus ions. Next one, calcium hydroxide gives Ca2 plus and 2OH minus ions. Next one, ammonium hydroxide NH4 plus, NH4OH gives NH4 plus and OH minus ion. Next one, fourth point will be chemical formula of water. Chemical formula of water. So, if you want to understand the reaction between acid and base, you must have known these 4 points what I have written on the board. Point number 1, statement. Generally, acid react base gives salt plus water. Point number 2, acids and their examples and ions present in them. Point number 3, bases and their examples, ions present in the bases. Point number 4, water molecular formula. Please copy these points. Right, very good. Next one. So the reaction between acid and base, what kind of reaction it is? Statement. Generally, acid react with base gives salt plus water. It is called neutralization reaction. Point number 1. So next one is a double displacement reaction. Next one is a exothermic reaction. Please copy this one. The reaction between acid and base is double displacement reaction. Double displacement. It's an exothermic reaction and this is a neutralization reaction. So based on this point, you will get the question in the exam. The reaction between acid and base. what kind of reaction? That is neutralization reaction, double displacement reaction, or exothermic reaction as well. Please remember this. Right. So let us write equation for the reaction between acid and base with the help of examples. What will be happen when aqueous solution of sulfuric acid is added to aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide? This one is sulfuric acid. Let us write equation. According to statement, generally acid react with base gives salt plus water. The acid is sulfuric acid. Base is sodium hydroxide. According to statement, you will get salt plus water. Leave a gap for salt and write water. I said so many times, how will you get salt? Salt always obtained from an acid. In an acid, hydrogens are replaced by metal. So that is sodium. Sodium Na plus, sulfate ion SO4 2 minus, crisscross 2 1, Na2SO4. Sodium sulfate. Here you will get sodium sulfate. Salt will be sodium sulfate. For balancing this equation, here keep 2, sodium 2, right, sulfur 1, right. So this is a balanced chemical equation. Right. Is it clear? Very good. Let us take one more example. Ammonium hydroxide with sulfuric acid. Ammonium hydroxide with sulfuric acid. Let me write here. Ammonium hydroxide with sulfuric acid. According to statement, generally acid react with base gives salt plus water. Leave a gap for salt. Let us frame. Here, salts always obtained from an acid. In an acid, if hydrogen replaced by metal, but here all are non-metals. There is no any set of metal. But in case of ammonium salts, ammonium ion can combine with sulfate ions. Here, ammonium ion NH4 plus, sulfate ion SO4 2 minus, 2 1. NH4 taken twice, SO4. Ammonium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate. Right. So these are neutralization reaction, double displacement reaction, and exothermic reaction. Please remember. Take care.